Hi. Sorry about the lateness. I think that my computer, I'm gonna have to do like a wipe or have my hubby clean the computer because it's 12:08 and I was supposed to show up 8 minutes ago. I was not able to set this up. And I was like, let's try this again. And it finally worked. So thank you for bearing with me. I am excited about the Pentacles suit today. I'm looking at now Pentacles. What is the Pentacles? Pentacles is more like financial wealth, earthly wealth. It's about being grounded and having that security, that financial security as well. But it also, when you have security on that side, you're able to be to allow yourself to be feel more secure emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually as well. So it's about having that more of the material, physical, uh, material realm, physical realm kind of juiciness. All right. So now that I've set the stage for the Pentacles, we're more grounded. Let's get into this. Now, once again, I am using the Light Seer Tarot deck and I am using the Everyday Tarot deck as well. And so, without any further ado, we will jump into the Pentacles. So, the Ace of Pentacles. Now, I do have some visuals that, as you have all probably noticed, I have visuals that I use in my videos. So, I'm going to be using those as well. I'm still kind of minutely, figuring things out. And I don't have my um, microphone that I usually have, so I'm sorry about the quality uh, of my video sound. Last video was much better. This video is going to be not as well, but one day at a time. Things will one video at a time. I keep on telling myself things will be yeah, a bit more, a bit smoother. So thank you for bearing with me and for being part of this journey with me. We are also the element of nature connected to this, right? The cups was water, the wands was fire, and the pentacles is earth. So let's jump in. The first Ace of Pentacles is about a lot of potential and a lot of manifesting what you want and desire. So let's look at these cards a little closer. So you see how this one has it directly in the palm, almost like cradling the pentacle, right? And this one is very, very carefully, um, holding the pentacle. Now, what does the pentacle represent? Well, the pentacle, pentacle can represent a dream or a goal that we have, right? Often, once again, this is connected to our finances and to our, possessions and to the things that we have in the physical realm, right? And so, um, you know, this is like the beginning because it's the card number one, right? So we're exploring what we desire. A lot of the times it'll be like, okay, how do I connect with myself so that I can know what I desire? So having that balance of self love and, finding balance is a big part of this as well. But yeah, just kind of allowing yourself to explore what it is that you really do want and desire and being able to have that dream and that goal, right? So that's the number one of Pentacles. Now, the number two is kind of finding the balance in everything, right? So, as you can see in both of them, there's the kind of the infinity sign represented, in this one as well. So, I like the sense of infinity because um, balance, our personal balance, is something that we will always work at. It's always something that we will have like an idea of that won't necessarily be the same thing all the time. It'll be in an ebb and flow, right? So I'm 40 now, but back in the day, when I was 20, my needs and my desires were not the same as they are today, having five beautiful boys, a husband, and being at 40, you know? So being in touch with that, right? And there's also like a managing your life, managing your time, managing your uh, like the house, keeping it clean, things like that. These are things that kind of keep the balance, right? If I feel good in my home, it's going to be easier for me to feel good in my emotions and my, spirituality, psychologically and whatnot. And so see how like everything kind of has, in my finances and in my career, it's going to be, when every aspect, there's a balance in everything in my life, the rest is easier to keep in balance. And so taking care of all the different aspects in your life, in our life, is absolutely crucial in this card. We're going to have rougher times. It's the way life is. We all go through challenging times that often teach us, right? If we didn't have challenges, we wouldn't learn. And so, having once again that beautiful balance, staying attuned and grounded in ourselves, and we won't, you know, need anyone to stay grounded if we take care of all of those different parts of our life. We won't need to scramble and look for that quick fix or that fast solution if we steadily, you know, um, take care of our, the different aspects in our life. Now, once again, the Pentacles is very focused on finances and career and um, the our possessions, so home and keeping our rooms clean and silly things, right? That might seem mundane, but really, when you look at it, it's not so mundane. Um, so yeah, and also not trying to do everything at once. This is the last aspect of this card, and being able to put down personal boundaries with ourselves and with others. Saying no when you know that, oh, that would be really cool, but right now I have a lot on my plate and I'll have to get back to that, or I'll get back to you, or whatever it is. And if it's not meant to be, then it's not meant to be. You know. So that is the Two of Pentacles. And let's move on to the Three of Pentacles. I love, 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 love the Three of Pentacles. Now, I'll show you why. I know I get excited about certain cards, and this is one of them. So, the Three of Pentacles is very much mutual respect, collaboration, but between the different ages. So, if you notice here, okay, I'm going to use this one first, okay, as an example. So you have the younger, right, young man, and then you have the older stages, and they all seem to kind of be working together. And so then you have in this card, right, which is kind of the ultimate example, they're all working on this beautiful piece of art, right? You have the younger girl, then this one's a little older, and then you have him who's even older. And so there's a sense of cooperation and of collaboration, right? You can't make something beautiful together unless you're sharing the same vision and working together towards the same goal. But everyone will put their little piece of themselves in it, and that's what will make it absolutely stunning. And when it comes to like projects or finances as a family, whether it be in a couple or a project that you're, whether it be business or a financial project or whatever it is that you come together with friends or people you love and trust, and make something incredibly successful together. I relate. I have a close friend that I'm working, not working with, but supporting, and she's supporting me. And it's just absolutely beautiful because she's sharing her know-how with me, and I'm sharing my know-how with her. And so we're helping each other be successful business-wise, right? And it's absolutely like, I can't believe I have to pinch myself sometimes because I'm so grateful to have that collaboration between her and I. So, yeah, so collaborating to bringing a project or a goal to fruition, right? Um, have that common vision, as I mentioned earlier. And I love the aspect of this that absolutely, absolutely I love is that the younger is allowed to teach the older generation, and the older generation is allowed to teach the younger generation. And so there's a sense of mutual respect and give and take, and it's so natural. There's no, well, I give you this, so now I want this, and it's not. It's very much in love, respect, integrity, and patience. So that's why I love this card. So then, okay, the number 4 can be a good card, but it's I always suggest, I encourage caution with the number 4 card because, well, you'll see. So here's the number 4 card. Now, there's a sense of financial security and abundance. If you notice, there's a lot, like there's the purse here, there's like the pentacles here and here and here. So there's a lot of financial and, as I said, probably business success and abundance. Having a budget and managing your finances and your business is very important, right? It's part of having a successful business, basically, or being successful, right? And so then but there's also a warning in this card. And I like how there's like a double-sided to this message in this card, because there's also a suggestion of hoarding and possession. Like, well, I've worked super hard for this, so it's mine and it doesn't belong to anyone else, and I'm going to control, and I feel the need to control, and doesn't want to share or let go of the wealth and possessions. And so there's, not wanting to let go, right? Or to hold on so tightly because I've worked very hard, and not having, the desire to share the abundance that we've acquired with, even if it's just with our loved ones. It doesn't even have to be with our community. It can just be with the very few people around us, and living and not taking advantage responsibly, of course, of our abundance, right? Living and almost scraping by when you have so much abundance. Being able to learn how to take advantage of your financial success, or take advantage of, your business success, or, have such a beautiful home and everything, take it, live it, and experiencing it, instead of just hoarding it away and, oh, I'm going to spend it, and this is for just for the retirement. It's important to put money for retirement aside, right? It's the responsible thing to do, and you're preparing for your life, your future, right? But it's so very important to enjoy the right now as well, and that can be a challenge for people. And so this is why I bring this up in this card, and this is why this card addresses it very, very clearly. Life is meant to be enjoyed and to be shared, with others, with whether it be our loved ones, family, friends, whoever those loved ones are, right? It's important, spouse, kids, whoever. And I think what I want to finish with this is, money can't give us what a true friend or a true loved one can give us, right? There's no guarantee. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. If we don't fully live and enjoy the fruits of our hard work today, it doesn't mean that we'll be able to do it tomorrow, So, but once again, responsibly in that balanced energy. All right, so that is the number 4 card. Now we move on to number 5. Now, number 5 is interesting because it's very, it touches on our fear and fearful, vulnerable sides of us. Okay, but sometimes there's a very powerful message in this card. And so if you look at this card and you see the person, there's like a sense of loss of, this person seems almost like poor and lacking, the snow, the cold. This person is it looks like, it's the shadows, the fear, the vulnerability, which isn't a bad thing to be vulnerable, right? But there's a fear connected to this, fear and fear connected to this vulnerability. Sorry. And so the reason why I bring this up is because we get so focused sometimes on what we don't have, or what we've lost, or what we've wanted for so long and have not been able to have, or, you know, it's so easy to focus on what isn't there, but sometimes we don't see abundance, or the abundance that is there, or that we could have, right? And so if you look in this picture here, you have the key. The key is right there. The door can be opened. Look, there's a promise of abundance. There's light all over, but the person is stuck in the shadow. And so in this card as well, you have the tree of life, right? There's abundance, and there's light in there, and but the person once again is so wrapped up in the shadow that they can't seem to see it. So just, I think that the true message of this card is it's important to live one's emotions. It really is, but instead of focusing, it's a mindset. There's a suggestion of a mindset of lacking mindset. Whereas, so we can switch it to an abundance. We can choose. There's a choice here. Do you see that choice? We either stay in a lack mindset, or we step into an abundance mindset, because there is always a solution in an abundance mindset. And there you go. I'm spending way too long on each card. I will try and speed this up. We're already at 16, almost 17 minutes. So we're at the Six of Pentacles. Now, the beautiful thing about the Six of Pentacles is there's a sense of giving, a very big sense of giving, okay? And if you'll notice here, there's the giving, almost like money, the coin, right? And there's the receiving, and then there's the flow, right? A sense of giving and receiving. And in this one, there's like a lot of abundance, and someone like having the balance here, and offering to those that lack, right? So we've all been in a situation in our lives at some point in our lives where we've needed either financial support, physical support, like with where we're living, or we've been in a bad situation or a hard situation, that we've just needed help, right? Sometimes it's emotional, spiritual, and psychological as well. And I don't want to take away those aspects, because often, if psychologically or emotionally we're not doing well, the physical and the financial will be affected automatically, right? Once again, that ebb and flow between all the aspects of our life. And so this is truly like about having that opportunity to be able to give back, to pay it forward to those that are in need, and like we used to be, like the examples I just gave you, right, of us possibly needing to reach out for support, whether it be financial, emotional, physical, and when we're in the position to be able to give to those that are in that situation, to be able to take that opportunity and pay it forward to those as well. And so once again, that sense of infinity sign here of giving and receiving at the different parts of our life. So that is the Six of Pentacles. And we're going to move on to the Seven. I'm just going to pull my notes here. Awesome. All right, so the Seven is very much about investment, long-term, whether it be emotional investment. Of course, this means more like career, business, and financial investment. You see the well cared for garden here, the deep, deep roots down here that are finally giving fruit. You see the flowers here as well. Finally reaping the fruits of our long, hard work. Okay. And it can be it was a long journey. It wasn't easy. A lot of patience, a lot of self-growth, right? Working on ourselves is what this represents as well, because there's no skipping steps in working on ourselves, whether it be emotionally, psychologically, so that we can step into our abundance and into our own power, and knowing who we are and what we want and what we don't want. Like figuring out who the heck are we? Yeah, who am I? And being able to step fully into who you are, and loving everything about myself and yourself, right? Um, it took a lot of nurturing, a lot of love, right? Self love. Took a lot of, once again, I mentioned patience. And it's finally coming, like I said in the beginning, to fruition. And it takes a lot of repetition also, right? In a garden, it's methodical. You've got to keep on doing the same thing, the same thing, the same thing, the same thing, right? You know, weeding, watering, sun, maybe some good fertilizer, whatever it is, and you keep on going in that cycle, right? And so if you take that into our life, we need to continue if we want to bring like habit change, or we want to bring uh, change into our lives. I'm trying to give practical examples. So let's say I want to, perfect example, the videos. I didn't know what I was doing, but more and more I'm learning. I go online. I have a full life with my 5 boys and my husband, but um, I've been truly like open-minded and still studying and doing my Biddy Tarot certification at the same time, and kind of figuring this out as I go, right? So that's very much what this is, as well as allowing finally the fruits of my perseverance and, of my hard work coming through. So that is the card number 7. So let's move on to card number 8. Now, 8 focuses on productivity and honing our skills um, and our gifts, right? So, example, it's taken me 2 years to get to where I am today, to be able to confidently speak about my cards and confidently have a knowledge and be able to do a tarot session, a tarot reading for you or anyone else with that confidence and with that know how. I connect deeper. I trust in myself so much more than I did in the first few tarot readings that I offered. And I know that I really bless people's lives through my tarot readings, right? So, but how? Well, 2 years later, I've, you know, honed my skills and I perfected. So I guess the perfect example would be, professionally, you can become like it takes, okay, so let's use in the business world. How many hours does it usually take to be considered a professional, like, or slash master, right, in your domain and at what you do? Well, generally speaking, it's a 10,000 hour rule, right? Now, I know that there's been debunking and I'm like, doesn't necessarily take 10,000 hours. I'm just using the cliche example. It could be 30 hours of the same thing, and you're much better than most people at what you do. So I'm just using the 10,000 hours because usually that's in the workforce. It doesn't mean, yeah, necessarily, but I'm just using it as an example. So there's a sense of time, right? So you have the different moon cycles, uh, and then you have the sense of focus here, right? If you see the candle here, she's focused on her candle. She's got all of her tools. She's very patient. You have to be patient in order to truly master something. You have to want to do it. That perseverance is super, super important. Yeah. And I think that's about it for the Eight of Pentacles. I think the only thing I would close off with for the Eight of Pentacles is there has to be a lot of allowing ourselves to figure it out. Okay, it's all good and well to talk about learning and honing, but you got to figure out what works best for you, especially when it comes to finances and when it comes to career and business, right? You got to kind of try and try and try until, oh, that's it, you know? So that's what I wanted to finish off with in the Eight of Cups. Now we move on to the Nine of Cups, which is so much abundance financially. There's also financial security, but like that independent financial security, not from anyone else, something that you have built on your own through all of your hard work. And there's just, look how much abundance there is in here. There's the owl and the sense that you have the bird here as well. So there's a sense of peace and a sense of, the bird represents once again, training that you took the time to do, right? That we just talked about in the Seven of Cups. And there's a sense of satisfaction and how can I say? Yeah, the confidence as well. I feel that these women have like a confidence in who they are. That I've learned what I've learned. This is where I am at. I know who I am, and I stand strongly in that, and thus an abundance mindset. So that's what I was heading for, just to make sure that I was being clear. And so, yeah, I think in order to create an abundant life, you have to have that abundant mindset, which I've mentioned in a few previous cards. And that could be, what is abundance for you? Have you defined that? So it could be taking a soothing bath or going out into nature to rejuvenate and refill your own cup. It can be going shopping or taking a beautiful vacation with yourself or with a loved one or loved ones. It can be a really great meal with someone that you love, or a romantic partner or a family, and going out and enjoying a meal together. So what is abundance for you? And yeah, and stepping into that beautiful of what that can be for you and in that mindset. So that is the nine of cups. We move on to the 10 of cups, which is completion. Okay, you've come to the epitome, you've reached your goal, and you're there. Everything we thought the number 9 was abundant. Well, this one is like in every single aspect. It can represent it can be retirement, it can be or it can just be, it's time to completely enjoy the fruits of your work. You've reached the end of your steps and growth and your business goal, your financial goal, financial security, financial freedom. It represents, you've built that financial security and freedom for yourself and for your loved ones. And often, you see family in this one, you see family here as well. So your family is reaping the benefits of all of this, but they've been there to help you and support you and to help you get to your goal as well. And so it's kind of like a beautiful moment of basking and enjoying and reaping the fruits of all of that perseverance and all of that work. And so creating standing in that financial freedom and in that financial and material, right? Material abundance and freedom. So there you go. So that is the 10 of Pentacles. Now we move on to the court cards. That was the 1 to 10, right? Which is usually I call it the minor arcana journey, which is in every suit, right? And so now we go on to the court cards. And we move on to the page. Now, the page of Pentacles, now every page of every suit kind of represents the beginning of something, right? Open-mindedness represents learning, to allow yourself to kind of start figuring it out. And this one would be, financially and business wise, career wise as well. And it'll be like I said, the beginning of a chapter. Okay. Um, and you'll have like business success and success in your finances, and have abundance in your possessions, success in your business, and in having abundance and wealth. Okay. Um, and it also, like, because it's a new vision, it's something different, you're allowing a lot, once again figuring it out as you go, but trusting yourself. There's a natural flow. As you can see, there's a recurring theme in the Pentacles. um yeah, and just being able to allow yourself to learn something new, having that open-mindedness so that you can reach your goals, with even more ease, and figuring out what's best for you. So that is the page of Pentacles. Now we move on to the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a little bit more routine. There's order. My husband would love this card. It's methodical, conservative. Okay. So there's no rush to reach his goal. All right. If you see, very methodical, very constant. There's no rush. He's kind of strolling along there. Here the horse is just kind of sitting, standing there. Very methodically planning out what comes next. No big risk taker. No, more planning for what the next move or what comes next as well, and a lot of conservative routine. Now, which can be okay, can be good, but it's once again, it's important in the Pentacles to find that balance. And so it's important, if we get too stuck in our routine and too, oh no, this was supposed to happen, we're not allowing ourselves to be flexible enough to have a little bit of, because life is never completely planned, life is never perfect, right? And so if we get too stuck in those routines and that too conservative, then we're not being flexible, and we're not allowing ourselves to see possible, some possible opportunities that might present themselves to us, or you know um, to try something new when something is just not working. So just a reminder of this card. And so we move on to the Queen of Pentacles. I'm already at 32 minutes. My goodness, I'm sorry. Didn't expect this. The Pentacles goes very deep. And so the Queen. Now I love the Queen. I love all the queens. Expect me to say this about the swords as well. So she's very grounded, very practical, and she feels like people have a natural trust in her. She seems to be someone that there's a wisdom about her, and she's very she's not rash. You don't feel like she'll lash out, whether it be emotionally, or she's not going to do something um, too spontaneous. She'll do it in calm, grace, respect, and groundedness, right? And so she's the ultimate balance between. So I guess the example I could give of her would be the ultimate balanced businesswoman, that doesn't necessarily have a family or a partner, but just has the balance in every aspect of her life. And so thus can be a successful businesswoman. Or the ultimate example as well for me is the working mom, right? The Queen of Pentacles truly embodies the working mom that works and does all this beautiful, um, has the balance, can be loving and nurturing, but also be successful in her career and her business. And she does it all for her family. So this is the ultimate, businesswoman or working mom. Love this, love this. And the last card, last but not least, the King of Pentacles, and he represents very much financial, material, physical security. There's a control, but not a unhealthy control, like a constance. Okay, he represents that steady provider that is constant and will never waver in um, providing for his family. My husband very much embodies this King of Pentacles. He does everything he does to be able to make sure that he and me and all of our 5 boys never goes without and never feels like we don't have enough. So it's also he's the king of business and entrepreneurial ship and finances and career and all that kind of good jazz, which my husband is very good at. Uh, he's the leader of an organization or of a group, whether it be of people or it can be in friendship as well. He's one of the ones that everyone kind of turns to for that steady, constant energy and advice. And he's wealthy in every aspect, in the mindset, abundance mindset, um, and his family truly does, or his loved ones, whether it's family or loved ones or whoever it is in his life, or will truly feel that and reap the benefits of all of his abundance and steadfastness. And he's like the true north. So there you go. That is the Pentacles. I'm at 36 minutes. My videos keep on getting longer. I hope you enjoyed. It's such a pleasure to jump into. I'm sorry about my lateness once again, but it's all good. I showed up, and that's the important thing for me. If you love and enjoy my content, please like and subscribe. I will be doing a video in the next week about what type of tarot reader I am, what my tarot readings are like, and what the different kinds of tarot readings are like, because there are different kinds of tarot readers, and I want to give you examples, like when you go for a massage, there are different types of massage. Are you going there to relax? Are you going there because you're injured? Like what? So I'm going to give you like a few of these kind of examples so that you guys can understand what type of tarot reading you can go for and that would serve you better. If you want someone that can tell your future, or if you want someone that can kind of dig into the past, or if you want someone that like future meaning clairvoyant, what's a little bit about numerology. I don't do numerology, but I can give you a little bit of an idea because there are different aspects that different tarot readers use in their tarot readings. But more importantly, what I do as a tarot reader. So stay tuned for next week. My next video is on Monday, and I will be telling you the times of my videos. This week, my videos were at 12 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Next week, they will be at a different time. I will share that with you guys in my new posts on my social medias. Once again, Twitter, Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, and Facebook, or is it Facebook? No, TikTok. On all those platforms, you can find me under Darkness and Light Tarot, and on Facebook, you can find me under April Kelly, and you'll see it's a picture of me. Okay, so I will let you know, and I will also be putting up when my next video airs on Monday. Take care, you guys. I hope you enjoyed our journey through the Pentacles today. It was a pleasure. Thanks for tuning in. Take care. Bye.